If you made it to this video, you're not a beginner anymore. Now you're ready for the sequels that separate junior analysts from high paid data professionals. Today we are covering window functions. These are the secret tools that companies use for ranking, rolling totals, time based analysis, and side by side comparisons. In other words, real business insights. Let's get into it. What are window functions? Most SQL functions collapse data to one row. Sum, count, average. They summarize. Window functions don't collapse anything, they let you look across rows while still keeping individual flow. It is like having X ray vision inside your data. You keep all your details and still calculate advanced metrics. This is where analysts become irreplaceable. The window function formula, every window function follow this pattern. Function over, partition by, order by. Think of it like this. Partition by, split the data into groups. Country, customer, month, category. Order by, arrange the rows so SQL knows which comes first, second, and third. If you understand this structure, you can master every window function. Row number. Row number tells you the exact position of a row inside a group. Perfect for removing duplicates, picking the latest record, ranking items within a category. For example, find the first order per customer. Select customer ID, order date, row number over partition by customer ID, order by, order date as RN from orders. Let me break this down. Row number doesn't summarize data, it labels each row in order. Partition by customer ID means treat each customer like their own mini table. Order by order date means sort each customer's order from oldest to newest. So every customer gets their own sequence. Their first order becomes 1, their second order becomes 2, their third order becomes 3, and so on. This is how SQL lets you rank events inside each customer's history. Now, here's where it becomes powerful. Once you have those row numbers, you can filter them. Just add where RN equal 1. Boom! You just solved a real business problem. You can now instantly answer what was each customer's first order? Where did they become a paying user? What products did they buy first? What is the first touch point in their journey? This is the kind of logic that powers onboarding funnels, retention dashboards, and customer journey analytics. And guess what? Most junior analysts don't know how to do this, but you do. Rank and dense rank. These functions help you identify the top of anything: top customers, top products, top spending days. Difference: rank skips number when there is a tie. Dense rank doesn't skip. Now let's look at that query that every marketing, forecasting, and operation teams loves. Ranking your product by total sales. Here's the sequel. Select product ID, sum of amount as total sales, rank of over order by, sum of amount descending as sales rank from orders grouped by product ID. Let me break it down. First, we start by grouping the data, group by product ID, because we don't care about individual order rows. We care about the total revenue each group generated. Then we calculate sum of amount. This gives us total sales for every product in the catalog. Now the fun part, the window function. Rank of over order by sum of amount descending. This tells SQL sort all the products from the highest sales to lowest sales and give each one a ranking number. So your top selling product gets rank 1, your next best gets rank 2, and so on. This is how company instantly identify best performers, seasonal spikes, products that are losing momentum, where to double down on marketing, where to cut inventory. It is not just a query. It is a business intelligence too. Because once you know what your top sellers are, you know where the money is. And this insight is gold for marketing, for forecasting, for operations, and honestly, for anyone who touches revenue. Rank turns raw data into business strategy. Lag and lead. These functions compare a row with a row before it or after it. This unlocks time series analysis, revenue change, month over month growth, daily activity comparison. Now, here's the example. Show order amount and the previous order amount. Here's the sequel. Select order ID, order date, order amount, lag of order amount over order by order date as previous amount from orders. Let me break it down. Lag lets you look backward in your data. It pulls the value from previous row without doing any subjoins, without subqueries, without hacks. Order by order date organizes your orders chronologically. So for each order, SQL returns the current order amount and the amount from the order right before it. Now the magic happens. Once you have this column, previous amount, you can see are sales increasing, dropping, or staying flat. This is where analytics become real. Businesses use this logic to measure revenue trends, customer behavior change, growth momentum, declines before they become serious. Lag is one of those functions that instantly elevates you from someone who writes queries to someone who understands patterns. This is real analytics. Sum over. This is where SQL becomes true business engine. Running total show performance over time. Let's look at a window function that every finance, strategy, and analytics teams depends on. Cumulative revenue, or what SQL calls a running total. Here's the query. Select order date, order amount, sum of order amount over order by order date as running total. Here's what is happening. Sum of order amount normally gives you just one number, total revenue. But when you pair it with over order by order date, everything changes. Now, SQL doesn't give you one final total, it will give you a running total that grows over time, row by row. So, for every single date, you see how much revenue you made that day and the total revenue up to the point. This is exactly how companies track cash flow, growth trends, progress towards monthly or quarterly targets, financial forecasting, and revenue pacing. This tiny query gives you insight that executive pay attention to. This is how you turn raw transactions into a business story. Bite-sized SQL, board level insights. Partition plus order. Here is the secret no teacher explains clearly. Partition answers who, which group am I calculating inside? Customer, country, product, order answers how. In what order should SQL compute? By date, by amount, by name. When you combine partition with order, you think like a senior data engineer. Let's solve a real business question. Show each customer's monthly spending and how it changed from the previous month. Now let's level up your SQL thinking. We are going to take everything you have learned, group by window functions, ordering, partitions, and combine them into one powerful real world query. Here is the flow. Group by customer, order by month, sum their spending, then calculate the previous month's total. And here is the sequel. Select customer ID, month, sum of order amount as monthly spend, lag of sum of order amount over partition by customer ID order by month as previous month spent from orders group by customer ID month. Now let me explain what is happening. We start with group by customer ID and month because we want row per customer per month. Then we calculate sum of order amount that gives us each customer's monthly spend. But real magic happens with lag of sum of order amount over. This tells SQL for each customer, look at their spending from the previous month. Partition by customer ID means each customer get their own time series. Order by month means look at their spending month by month chronologically. So now each row contains this month's spend, last month's spend, side by side. Once you have both, you can instantly see who is growing, who is slowing, who is dropping off, who needs retention outreach, which accounts are expanding. This type of output makes finance teams and leadership obsessed with your work. This is value. This is leverage. This is SQL power. Window functions are not advanced, they are essential. They are how you get promoted, how you stand up, how you become the person who solves problem instead of waiting for instructions. If you want part 4, advanced SQL projects and real data sets to practice, comment SQL part 4 and I will build the next one for you. Thank you for watching. Now go write your first window function and watch your confidence explode.